One of the things that a quote that I've used is from 1850, that how to think and how to choose is probably one of the most important things for a graduate, regardless of discipline or degree program, as they cross that stage and join the long blue line, for them to be able to understand how to think and how to choose for the rest of their life. Our Center for Teaching and Learning came from the Quality Enhancement Plan. And those faculty that worked on the QEP and staff did a terrific job of making sure that we had the support in order to build success into the QEP. When Dr. Richardson came to me and talked about stepping down as Dean of Arts and Sciences, not knowing, and neither did I, that I would convince him that he really wanted to be provost, or at least I'm convinced. Some days I'm not sure about Tom. But one of the things that I talked to him about that August was bringing more to life around our Center for Teaching and Learning. I am convinced about those things that go bump in the night and about all the challenges and all the good work that we're doing now chasing technology, that the quality of the faculty of this university is the reason why I am confident 100 years from now we will be here. And ensuring that pedagogy and teaching and learning are of a high level, because the technology is going to be different 20 years from now, probably 5 years from now. I was sitting in the study at the President's home over the weekend and looked on my desk and was somewhat alarmed to discover that I had one of these in sight. Now, you may not be able to see it. Anybody want to guess what this is? It holds chalk. So this is the span of my career. Within 6 inches of each other was my chalk holder and my laser pointer. So I knew what this was. So the technology that we use in the classrooms, and some of you with enough gray hair have used both of those, that the technology we use in the classroom has changed pretty dramatically over the last 20 years and will change over the next 20 years. It's appropriate for us to map what we do there. But also I'm particularly encouraged as I see the work of the curriculum committees on the campus about the continuing and growing collaboration between disciplines to provide educational opportunities for our students to where they can choose to major in business but get a concentration in healthcare administration, but probably take a class in nutrition if they need it and one in health education. So we're continuing to see from the QEP the Apple strategies being implemented across the university, which is building more collaboration among disciplines, which I think is at the heart of good teaching. Now I'm going to ask Tom and Connie Kossen to join me on stage. So Dr. Richardson went to work in the period of time before he became the provost, and we began looking at how we could, first we funded from the beginning what the QEP team recommended as far as Center for Teaching and Learning, but with Dr. Richardson's help, we thought bigger about what we needed to be able to accomplish long-term in teaching and learning. Step in front of the screen. I can't move because of the mics. So, a little bit after that discussion started, I am called to dinner with Tom and with Connie and their son Frank, about the time that they are selling their business and beginning to plan their retirement. And they made a gift to the University Foundation of their first headquarters property. Now, stand by. Tom Kossen launched Kossen Equipment in 1976 with $5,000 and 2 employees when he obtained the Kohler distributorship rights for Mississippi. Before the Kossen sold the company in early 2012, Kossen Equipment represented Kohler Power Systems in Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, and the Florida Panhandle, serving thousands of accounts, including healthcare facilities, telecommunication sites, manufacturing plants, and grocery stores. And the W. Just look at our generators. Look at everybody's generators. You're going to find that they're Kossen generators. Connie is a 1964 graduate who earned a master's in church music with an emphasis in voice from Southwestern Baptist Theological Seminary. Before joining Kossen Equipment to work with Tom for over 35 years to grow the company into one of the largest generator distributors in the Southeast, she taught private voice and piano lessons and taught classroom music. She's remained active in music, singing over 20 roles with the Mississippi Opera, serving as Vice President for Artistic Advisory with the Mississippi Symphony Orchestra Board and a member of the Mississippi Symphony Orchestra Foundation Board. She's been very active at MUW, including formerly serving as the treasurer of the Jackson Metro Area Alumni Chapter, previously served as chair of the MUW Foundation, still serves as an active member of that board, chairs a committee, and has received the Alumni Achievement Award and the Medal of Excellence. We recently named the renovated auditorium in Poindexter Hall in her honor when it opened in fall of 2012. The Kossens have been very generous to the W with both their time and their donations. One notable donation is the establishment of the Connie and Tom Kossen Faculty Excellence Award, which gives $5,000 each year to a notoriously tenured faculty member at May commencement. Criteria for the award is based on three fundamentals: excellence in teaching, excellence in scholarly or artistic achievement, and excellence in service, preferably both on campus and in the communities throughout the W service area. Further, to be considered for the award, a faculty member must exhibit a commitment to student success in each of these three areas of responsibilities. You see a theme here? The Kossens have been married for 44 years. Frank, their son, and his wife is with us. Blair, there you are. And they are enjoying retirement. We had them actually reschedule a trip by a day so that they could be here with us. In 2015, lost track of time, the foundation sold the property and created an endowment, which is the Kossen Teaching and Learning Endowment, from the proceeds of that sale to create grants to further the work of the Center for Teaching and Learning. So these grants will be in addition to the grants funded by the university for the QEP, and will encourage teaching and learning and interdisciplinary collaboration. As a result of this gift, this very generous gift, I am pleased today to announce that we are naming the Center for Teaching and Learning the Kossen Center for Teaching and Learning. Now, because we're using so many mics, Connie wants to say a few words, and I realized I had to unclip the one I was talking into so that she could speak.
I did ask for permission to say a couple of things to you. I don't usually get to speak. I either have to sing or play, so this is really kind of different. When I considered a college, the only college I ever considered was the W. I was not a legacy. My mother actually went to Mississippi Women's College, which is now William Carey. I guess my only legacy would be I had an aunt who attended IINC, so if you want to go all the way back to there. I wasn't a groupie, so I didn't check all of my high school classmates to see where they were going to school. That was not relevant to me. I didn't pay attention to scholarships that were offered to me. I was coming to the W. And that was because of a teacher at the W. Dr. Siegfried Matson, from 1949 to 1980, ruled the roost over at Poindexter Hall. I first encountered him when I was in the 8th grade. He was a judge regularly at piano festivals around the state. And in the 8th grade, and you have a department chair as your judge at a piano festival, that scares you to death, especially with this very strict German man. 9th grade, he showed up again. And that year, he knew my name. And by the 10th grade, I discovered him as an adjudicator at a choral festival. And he still knew my name, and he wanted to talk to me a little bit. And we began to have conversation. So I decided it was time for me to find out something about him. And I learned that he was not only chairman of the department, but he directed the choirs, and that he taught piano. But he selected 2 students from the freshman class each year to be his students. He kept those 2 students all the way through their time at the W. And if you changed to a music minor, he dropped you. So you had to stay a major for all 4 years to be his student. Well, so I set out with my goals to get to the W, to be his student, and to accompany his choir. Fortunately, I did all 3. I was a student, I did his accompanying. I want to tell you this because I don't know if you've realized that you are the biggest recruiters that this university has. He represented the W to me, and I came because of him. Now, he was out on the weekends doing all this judging. Some of you get asked to judge a debate competition or help another school with a health and wellness program. Or they want you to read essays to judge or read poetry that these high school students have written. Realize the importance of all of those things. And I know you're stretched thin, but you are the biggest recruiters because you're the constant. And you are the reason that so many of these students come here to this campus to learn. And that's why our interest has been on the faculty. We think, people give money to establish scholarships, and I did one, very honestly, in honor of Dr. Madsen, and my scholarship student, Brittany Noble, is here today. I've invited her to be here. But beyond that, we thought, the faculty needs to be recognized. And through the Faculty Excellence Award that is happening, and now there are opportunities for you through this Center for Teaching and Learning that are really, we're excited about. We're excited to find out that that you collaborate together. The possibilities are just unfounded that you can develop your ideas together. Outside on all your light posts, it says, think outside the books. That's not just for the students. That's for you to think outside the books. Tom and I are excited about being a part of this future. Thank you for letting us be a part of your future. And long live this long blue line.
On behalf of the university, let me thank you both for this very generous gift and for all that you have done for the university. Connie is, if you know them at all, you know that you don't have to wonder where they stand on most anything. And it was plain from the first time that I met them and from the beginning of this conversation about this gift, they wanted the faculty to benefit. And it was clear in that first dinner, and I said, I think I have an idea, which led me back to Dr. Richardson so we could put something on paper so we could start this discussion. But we are done with convocation. I would like to invite all of you to join us with the Kossens in the lobby for a reception so that you'll have an opportunity to thank them yourself and to have a chance to talk to them. Frank and Blair, thank you for being here with us today. Kossens have friends with them who have traveled from Jackson for this moment. We're delighted to have you folks with us this morning. And thank the foundation. I'm going to end up having to thank each one of you by name. We have foundation board members who are here with us, along with the chair of our foundation. So I'm delighted that everyone is here. Please join us. And as far as I know, we are done with convocation. Have a great spring semester, and I'll see you in the lobby.